Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel.
Woo.
And today we are here to discuss episode 3 of Canada's Drag Race, Canada versus the World, season 2.
Hey.
But before we get into it, I want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we would love to reach it as soon as possible. How can we do that? We need you to hit that little red button over there in the corner, subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. So, now that the formalities are out of the way, what did we think about this episode where we got a ball?
Oh, this was cute.
Again, Canada's Drag Race, Canada versus the World Season 2, it's turned out to be one of my favorite Canada seasons. And like I said a few weeks ago, I really think they went into casting like, how can we make the best season? We may not get to represent a lot of different countries, but how can we get the best TV?
Yes.
And I'm enjoying the TV that they're handing to me. So let's get into the episode. So we start off after LaFille's elimination. We come in, they read his final message, they wipe it away. They go sit down and they congratulate Tainomi for winning the lip sync.
Yes.
And then they ask Kennedy, why did they say Fierce-alicious? And Kennedy was just like, I pretty much agree with what the judges said. I felt like Tainomi and I felt like LaFille just wasn't funny. And apparently there was something in Fierce-alicious that was funny to Kennedy. So to save is what she did. So we come into the next day in the workroom.
And that's it.
Huh?
I said she said what she said and that's it.
And that's it. And she said, even if I didn't agree with the judges, what I decided is what I decided.
Yeah,
so they come back in. They congratulate Kennedy again. And Fierce is a little upset that Tracy called her petulant.
Without knowing what it meant.
Without knowing what it meant. Without knowing what it meant.
What does she mean I'm petulant? That's what she means. That right there.
And I even love how Tracy, during the critique, she's like, we're not going to make this a thing. Because, she kept bringing it up every time she saw Tracy. And Tracy finally said, we're not going to make this a thing. And she chuckled. But she was like, okay, Fierce, let it go.
Right.
I'm
not petulant. Girl, you learned a new word. Congratulations.
But you know me, I love me some Fierce, honey. I love me some Fierce. I just recently went over our reviews for Canada Season 3. And, I was going through because, I like to have my little rankings on how I would have done things. So I'm like, well, let me go back and do Canada 3 because I know where the review is. So I'm watching. And yeah, you should see our conversations at the beginning when it comes to Fierce. And then by the end, we're like, oh, she's just this. I'm not sure if she just grew on us. It's not like, I'm not sure if she just grew on us or what happened. But at the end, we were quite shocked that she wasn't in the top 2.
Well, because by the end, she had matured a little bit. It seemed like the moment she didn't get that win, though, all that maturity reverted back to.
Oh, honey, we're going to get to that.
5 years old again.
Yeah, let's get to that. So, the thing goes off, and we get the room mail from RuPaul. So Tracy comes in looking stunning.
I love how shady they were. They put the petulant over her head.
Loved it. So came in and announced that they're going to be doing a mini challenge where they're going to be doing some motion capture. I'm kind of upset that we didn't get to see the final product.
That part.
We even got to see what the character looks like. I'm like, why not just show us a cute little final product with all their voices in it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or at least or at least show Alexis's since she won.
Right.
Show Alexis's. I get it. But hey, it was a cute little moment, and we found out that Alexis won, and she won some Gennaro, honey. She won $2,500.
Hey.
So, Tracy then announces that this week we are having the Glamorous Drag Queen Ball Challenge.
Yeah.
And AI generated, not the biggest fan of that, AI generated ball. Up first is AI generated drag. The robots have taken over. And supermodels of the new world, which has to be created in the workroom. I'm guessing from the material on the wall, they didn't show what material they were using, but they had actual fabric. So I imagine they just went to the fabric wall, which this would have been a good chance to throw in some unconventional materials, you know what I'm saying? Like give them foil, aluminum. Very similar to season 1. Very similar to that. Give them that type of scraps and be like, here you go, make us a gown. But hey, at least they got fabric. Yeah. So they're working, and let's get to this runway. Up first, we have our hostess with the mostest, Brooklyn Heights. What did we think of Brooklyn Heights look this week?
You know what? Brooklyn Heights can do no wrong. I'm sorry. It's just the leg, the body, the semblance of a female body.
The bodysuit, because I didn't realize till getting screenshots, there's a bodysuit on. But that's how good it is. You can't tell a bodysuit is on.
Good, because all I saw was the underwear.
I'm like, my goodness, Brooklyn. Whoever did that bodysuit, give them 2 snaps and a kiss, okay? Because I only saw it in one of the shots because it was over her. No, I don't think that is a bodysuit. No, I think it is.
I don't think it's a bodysuit. I think it's just attached to the little underwear.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way it goes, she looks stunning. It gets an A from me.
Yes, it gets an A from me too.
We are joined this week by Brad Goreski, Tracy Milshort, and our special guest judge, Kirk Pickerskill.
With his Michael Jackson on.
So up first, we had AI-generated queen. So what would Roxy St. James done with the prompt, AI-generated queen?
I'd have did what everybody else did, typed in my name and put in AI-generated queen and figured something out and kind of went from there.
For me, there's been several AI-generated looks that have been on the internet that people have thought were real. Especially like with the Met Gala this year, there was one from Gaga and Nicki before Nicki actually got there, because Nicki did go. But before she got there, there were several leaks. I wouldn't call them leaks, but AI-generated photos that came out. I think I would have recreated one of the more famous ones from, like, oh, people didn't know that was AI, but then kind of do what everybody else did, add an extra finger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put the hips in the wrong spot.
Yeah, have my one shoulder way up here, you know, something to show that it was AI generated.
Did you see that picture of the orange man and all them black women?
Baby, I could tell that was generated from the jump.
Okay, especially since every single female face looked the same.
And Trump's size. Trump hasn't been that small in a while.
Okay, he looked so young in that picture.
He looked young. But yeah, let's quickly go over these. For these, we're just going to give our scores, and we'll move on since we got 3 categories to go through. Up first is Lemon. What do you give her?
I give this an A. Lemon did the dang thing.
I give this an A-. I thought this was really good. Up next is Tainomi. I give it a D.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Oh, it's a no for you, dog. Oh. Honestly, the wig is the reason why I gave it a D. I really like the wig.
You know, I like the wig too. Just the caftan, kind of.
Up next is Eureka. This is an A+ for me. Like, Eureka, I'm shocked she was safe during this ball. I don't think she should have won. But, like, when Brooklyn said Eureka was safe, I'm like, did we watch? Did we see the same looks that you did? And I'm glad even Fierce said it in Untucked. I thought you was going to be in the top. Me too. And, you know, I'm not the biggest Eureka fan, but I'm going to give props where props are due. And this is an A+ for me. What about you?
You know what? It's an A for me.
Moving on to Alexis Mateo, A+.
Yes, definitely.
A fucking plus. Up next is Kennedy Davenport. It doesn't really give me AI.
No.
So I'm going to give it a C. Lovely look though.
Yeah.
Lovely look.
Yeah, I give it a C minus. I don't think she really understood the assignment. Really.
I'll agree with the first category, but the second category was out of her hands. She stated on Instagram the original look she had for the robot didn't come in time. So like that was like a last minute thing she had to put together before getting there. So I wonder if she's ever gonna post what the look was supposed to be. I'm gonna have to go back to see if she did or not. But yeah, we're moving on to Fiercelicious, A+. The 3 pupils, I'm like, nobody else thought about that. That is amazing.
Ooh, them contacts.
And she said she couldn't see at all.
I bet.
That was a hope and prayer, that runway. She said she tried to get them with her prescription in it, but she couldn't get it done. So she was out there blind. Apparently, she's just as blind as me.
And me.
But I can't do contacts. I'd rather just clock these bad boys on. Just be like, oh, hello, I'm alive. All right.
Okay.
Up next is Cheryl.
I guess this is a C.
It's a no for me, dog.
I was being nice.
Up next, the robots have taken over. What would Roxy St. James do for the robots have taken over?
The robot, you know what? I'm old, so I would have went old school and gave you some type of Barbarella look.
For me, I would have recreated Doja Cat's look from the Cybersex music video. That is one of my favorite Doja look ever. So I would do an inspiration, an inspired by look from that. So up first is Lemon, and she gets an A+. Love this.
A+.
Love this. Up next is Tainomi.
It's a B.
It's a C minus.
Okay.
Up next is Eureka. She gets an A minus for me.
She gets a B for me.
Up next is Alexis Mateo. Again, A+.
A+.
A fucking plus.
Yes.
My God. Kennedy.
She looks like the queen from whatchamacallit. You know what? I give this an A.
I actually give this a B. This gives me very much Journey to Batuu.
Yeah. I'm like, this is giving me Star Wars vibes.
Yeah, I likes it. I likes it. Up next is Fiercelicious. Again, A+. Fierce is not playing with these looks this season.
No.
My God.
I'm going to give you the whole package.
The whole thing. Up next is Cheryl.
It's a D.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me. I saw that and my mouth just went, and not in a good way.
Up next is Supermodel of the New World. Now, this is the look they designed in the workroom. Up first is Lemon. I thought this was cute. I thought this was real cute. This gets like a B minus for me.
You know what? If she'd have gave me big hair with this, I'd have been like big 80s hair with a futuristic.
Yeah.
Then I'd have been like, yes, A+. But yeah, this is a C for me.
Up next is Tainomi. I thought this came out of the 3 looks. This is my favorite one.
Right.
I thought this came out really well. I give this a B.
I give it a B too. But I understand. I was disappointed that she went back to the green. I think she should have made it in the pink.
Me personally, I like the green more than the pink.
Right.
So when she chose to go with green, it didn't really bother me. But I knew during the critiques when they said that, I'm like, yeah, they're going to put her in the bottom for this.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I do agree she should have been in the bottom. But
other than that, I'd have been like cool with it. But I'm like, baby, you told them you wasn't going to do the green.
Yeah, now I have to agree with you there. She told them she wasn't going to do it. Then she did it.
Then she turned around and did it.
Up next is
Moving on.
Eureka. You found it.
You know what? I'm gonna have to give props where props is due. I give this an A.
I give this an A minus. Like, she really turned this out. Like I said, I don't think she should have won this week, but I was really shocked that she was safe.
Right.
I was like, if one person had to be safe, I would have made Lemon safe. But we'll talk about that in a little bit more. Up next is Alexis Mateo. A. Like, Alexis did not come to play with them during this ball. And for her not to be a sewer, and for her to turn this out.
She did that so good. And then that wig, just that reminiscent RuPaul
like,
Mad
it just
Max
worked
wig.
so well. It's all good. Up next is Kennedy Davenport. Let me look at my notes. Okay. For this one, I gave it a C.
Yeah.
It was well put together.
Yes.
This one shoulder thing, a lot of these queens did. I'm like, is it easier just to do one shoulder? Cause
I think so. I think at the end of the day, what a lot of them did was they took the fabric, they made a tube, and then you have the option of making 2 straps, or you can make 1 strap and spread the fabric across yourself. And a lot of them just chose to spread the fabric across themselves.
yeah, this gets a C for me.
Yeah, it's a C for me too.
Up next is Fierce Delicious. I thought she did a really good job here. This gets a B plus for me.
Very, very well constructed. Do I get futuristic vibes from it?
I agree. I wish she would have had more time because there is a few things that I noticed that were off.
Yeah.
But it's still a great garment. Like, she should have been happy with her placement this week.
She should have been happy with her placement this week.
But yeah, I give it a B plus. What do you give it?
I give it a B plus. It wasn't quite the assignment, but it was beautifully made.
Up next is Cheryl. Now, I got to give Cheryl props. Now, we've seen her do multiple design challenges. And, yeah, they were not the best, to put that nicely. But this is a decent look. Honestly, this is better than what she's been bringing.
Right.
Like, for me, this is a B minus. Like, I thought this was real cute.
It was a C for me, but then again, yeah. You know, Cheryl could be like a really great queen, and she probably is like a really great queen.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she is a great queen.
She just needs a stylist. Because what she chooses for herself, she goes for what is the simplest and what is the easiest. And she's quite like me mentally, where the creativity is not quite there. It's like, yes, here's a garment. That's it. You asked for a garment. I gave you what you asked for. But did I take it above and beyond? No, probably because I didn't have the mental capacity to do it.
Yeah, that's my thing, like, because I have it in my head. That is one thing, you know, I've talked about on here. I really want to get into sewing so that I can create the things that are in my head. Because in my head, I have a lot of fun looks that I'm like, I wish I knew how to make it possible.
Right.
So, I'm going to learn how to sew. I've already said it. I need to go ahead and order this sewing machine, honey. I already got a spot for it made right there, too.
I gotta make room for mine. I have one. I just need to clear out my freaking apartment. At this point in my life, I'm looking at everything that's everywhere, and you know that everything that's everywhere in here, and I just want to pick it all up and throw it in the garbage.
Sometimes a fresh start like that is good.
Like, even the couch. I just want to get rid of it. I hate that couch.
So, we have all of our queens here. Who had your favorite collection of looks this week?
My favorite collection... I'm going to have to say Alexis.
I already wrote that down for you, honey, because I already knew. Alexis really turned it out this week. So Eureka was announced safe, which I disagree
Mhm.
with. I think Lemon should have been the one that was announced safe, and Eureka should have been her spot. But the rest of the placements I do agree with. What about you?
Mhm. Yeah.
So we find out that the winner this week is Alexis Mateo.
Yes.
We agree wholeheartedly here. She wins She wins $10,000 more dollars
Hey.
Canadian, but
Not
still
for charity.
not for charity. In her pocket, okay.
In her pocket.
She won $10,000 and the power of the golden beaver.
And she said, "Dang it, I forgot about that dang beaver."
Yep, Tynomi, Kennedy, and Cheryl are in the bottom this week. We
That
go
makes
back
sense.
to Untucked, and we had a little bit of drama because Miss Fierce was not happy with her placement this week.
Yes. Look, I understand, sweetie. You put a lot of heart and soul in it, and nobody discredits the effort that you put into it. Like, we
But everybody was
understand you worked
confused
hard.
by the energy you were giving.
Exactly. Like, why were you so you were serving petulant on a platter at that point?
And even your Zero, because she's the one to Eureka Zero. Even she was like, "Girl, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Your emotions here. Like, I'm very confused. All your emotions
Right.
are valid." And honestly, knowing Fierce Delicious, she's probably just making good TV, and I thank her.
Look, and that
You hear
had
me?
been
And I
great.
thank her. Because if she wouldn't have done that, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
Exactly. She
Uh,
might be fighting some depression demons. Who knows?
So, Alexis goes to get the golden beaver. Now, Roxy St. James, congratulations, you're the winner of the ball. Which one of these three queens would you have given the golden beaver to?
Kennedy.
I agree. Because, I'm coming in as an American, and
Yeah.
my fellow American is in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm going to save Kennedy. She could have been doing terrible the whole competition. I don't care. Kennedy,
Kennedy.
get over here. This is for you.
Yeah. Yes.
So Kennedy received the golden beaver. I'll be damned. So that means our bottom two is Tynomi and Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
They lip sync to my personal favorite Avril Lavigne song, "What the Hell." When Brooklyn,
Make things so complicated.
I love Complicated. Now my happy ending is a close number 2, and depending on the day, it might be my favorite. But What the Hell, you could, if you know anybody who's known me from teenage years, they could have told you how obsessed I was about What the Hell. All my life I've been good, but now I'm screaming, "What the hell?" All I want is to mess around. And I don't even care about if you love me. If you hate me, you can save me. Oh, shit. Get away from me. So when Brooklyn said "What the Hell" by Avril Lavigne, I wish you were here to hear the squeal that came out of my throat.
Oh Lord, did you scoot back and rub your toes together?
Baby, because if I was up, I would have been mad. Because I'm like, wait, I want to lip sync this song, but that means I need to be in the bottom. So it would have been a double-edged sword because I'm like, I want to lip sync to this, but I don't want to be in the bottom.
Right.
So if I was back there, if y'all would have seen me up against that wall back there, I would have been like, baby, you would have thought I was up there doing the lip sync myself. Because, and when I tell you these two did an amazing job.
They did.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, who are they going to pick?
It was hard.
They were really going at it. And I think what put Cheryl over is she added a little bit of comedy in there.
Yeah.
But her and Tynomi, this was a good lip sync,
Back and
honey.
forth.
And this is why I miss the lip syncs for your life, because they be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, don't get me wrong, All Stars lip sync for the win. I think that's great. Lip sync for your legacy. Lip sync against the assassin. It's great. But those lip sync for your lives, honey, that is one thing I just because I ain't going nowhere. And they really did that. And I got to give Cheryl props on her little dip. It wasn't as hard as it usually is. Usually it's back. This time it was boop. It wasn't as soft as the dip should be, but it's not as hard as she used to do it. Because, baby, she used to hit that ground hard. I'll be like, is she okay? Somebody check her for a concussion. But the dip was nice here. It could still be a little softer, but we see growth, and I love that.
Oh, you're right. There is a bodysuit. I see it now.
Okay, see, I thought I was tripping.
I see it now.
So, yeah, this lip sync was great, in my opinion. And I really didn't know which way that the judges were telepathically telling each other to go. Because, you know, apparently they're all mind readers, you know.
I'm pretty sure they slide cards back and forth.
And that's my thing. Like, we see it with Espana that they hand the cards over. And, you know, they did that for season 1. Like, I understood not doing it for 2 and maybe even 3 because, you know, they had COVID protocols in place. I get it. But, like, you know, some of the rules have been, some of the, what's the word?
The restrictions
have been lifted.
Look, because when I got my school paperwork and they were talking about health protocols, they treat COVID like it's a cold now. Oh, we're gonna treat it like it's the flu.
Honestly, from the jump, from my understanding, it's kind of like the flu in ways.
Yeah.
Just like several of our other pandemics in the past were like the Spanish flu. It was a flu.
It was a flu.
But yeah, that's how we treat it now. I just hate that they don't give anybody time for it if they get sick. You have to use your own time now. Because prior to last year, they gave you, I think, like 3-4 days of time that you can use at the house so that you can get better. But like, say if you get sick and you ain't got no time. And I'm like, well, now that person is finna go on leave without pay. I don't like that.
Right.
I'm like, don't play with folks' money. But anyway, back to this. You know, they telepathically told each other that Cheryl was the winner of this lip sync. It could have gone either way, and I think it came down to the fact that she had a little comedy to it, and the fact Cheryl's been killing it.
Yeah,
Cheryl's been killing it the past 2 weeks, and this is Tynomi's second time lip syncing.
Yeah.
So since it was so close, they were like, you know what, just give it to Cheryl. Which unfortunately means our Miss Tynomi has to sashay away. I hope we get to see her again, but if she comes back, she really got to tell those demons to shut up.
Yeah.
Because we saw it with her first season and with this one. That voice in her head would not shut up to let her shine.
Let her be great.
Yeah. And that's my biggest worry if I ever get on any reality show. My brain just won't shut up.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me do this. I got this. Shut up, brain. Shut up.
Shut up, brain.
I can win us some money if you just shut up. I have plans, especially for Big Brother. I have a plans for an alliance that you've never seen before. And I looked into the history of alliances on Big Brother. There has not been an alliance the way that I am planning this alliance. So if they get me on the show, honey, just know some tomfoolery.
Look out, part 2.
It is. It really is. Because I'm shut up, Desmond. I don't want to tell too much of my plan, but I plan on getting all the POCs in one room. But like, listen, this is what we got to do. Because we don't want them suspecting that we're all working together. I have a plan.
Off camera, off mic.
I have a plan, okay? I'm not going to tell y'all my plan, but I have a plan. So whenever I get in there, any POCs, y'all see me, just know I have a plan. Get to me quickly. Because I can tell y'all how we can make top 6, 7, 5, however many POCs there are. We can make it to the end. And it could work if y'all just got to trust me. Because it is kind of out there. I ain't going to lie to you. It's kind of out there. I told Peggy about my plan. She's like, that is crazy enough to work. I'm like,
Oh, Jesus.
it is crazy enough to work. And I'm like, oh shit. I knocked over my mic. See, that's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is. Because she told me it's crazy enough to work. We ain't never seen nothing like that. I know. I did my research.
Like, screen record us. You're going to see what this looks like.
Shoot. So they dance like they didn't just crush somebody's dreams. And we find out that next week...
comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. So next week they will be doing, what you call it? A roast. They'll be roasting each other. And that's our episode. LaCresha? Uh-oh, she's frozen. Well, that's it. Make sure you follow her on social medias at LaCresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL. Oh, wait, is she back? LaCresha? No? Okay, honey. Well, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank y'all so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, honey. And we will see y'all soon. Bye.